Oh, I keep forgetting nobody can see me. I'm all waving like you can see me.
Oh, I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, I keep forgetting nobody can see me.
Why is this doing this? I have nothing's.
I'm all waving. It says it's streaming live to YouTube. I don't know.
I have no idea what's going on. Okay, my buttons aren't working. Let me.
Elliot, there's a scratchy noise on your mic.
Oh, I turned it off. It was Mary that turned it on. She requested that I turn it on, and I turned it off for that reason.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like we got a little bit of time.
Having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll figure it out. Or Mary.
Oh, by the way, yeah. By the way, Michael, I have seen some of the videos that you've done joinings on previously, and when you went to the center, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. So even though we haven't been on a call together, I saw some videos.
Oh, fantastic!
I'm feeling a lot of resistance lately too.
Okay, I think we have to. Do we need to close? Hold on, I'm talking.
Do we need to come back?
I don't know. I'm asking right now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wait and see if she comes back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're live on YouTube right now, so if you want, you can go ahead and start and.
Okay. Well, I'll start then. We're going to be talking about a desire that was inspired by the movie of Palm Springs, or at least it was not necessarily inspired, but it was seen in the movie Palm Springs. One of the actors had these desires, and that desire is the desire to experience repeating patterns of pain and suffering. I personally have not seen the movie, but because we're all one mind anyway, I don't have to. So it's glorious. Let's go ahead and start with the light, and see that there is no separation.
It's a movie kind of like Groundhog Day.
Oh.
Where they live the same day over and over. But it's a comedy, and it's really, really funny.
Okay, I'll have to see it. I'll have to go watch it for myself. I'm a fan of Groundhog Day, so I'll probably like Palm Springs.
Okay.
All right, Mary is back.
I hear. Yes, I have the desire. For looping, it's like repeating patterns of pain and suffering to avoid light.
Mary, is there anything else you need to do before we continue?
No, I think we're good. Well, let me just double check here. Let me make sure.
You can do record on this computer.
I already did that. Oops, now you all disappeared again. Where'd you
We're
go?
live on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Mary, we were just talking about the desire to experience repeating patterns of pain and suffering, and how I know for a fact that I love the merry-go-round. I love the merry-go-round of pain. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that right now.
So did you already start with the light?
Well, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
But we can start again if you'd like, Mary.
I'll just catch up with it, but I'm checking in now.
Okay. No mighty left behind, as they say.
Thank you, Michael. So we're into relishing the desire for repeated thought looping patterns, looping.
Repeating looping patterns of pain and suffering.
For suffering and pain. Okay.
I mean, technically I go the pleasure side of the pain scale, but I'm just saying. I mean, I know it's all the same. But the desire for repeating patterns, like addiction. I love addiction. Jesus, will you please show us how we relish all the different forms of this desire in our lives, in our stories.
What he's telling me is that I really like to deny that these are looping patterns of pain and suffering. I want to pretend I'm happy, face of innocence.
I want to pretend there's no way out. No way out. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if there's repeating patterns of pain. There's no way out, so I'm just gonna live with it and
Just sort of see what happens.
Persevere. Prove that I'm stronger than the pain that I so relish. Shadow box with myself.
Yeah, I hear that I am anticipating the worst, and I'm just waiting to see what horrible thing is going to happen. Kind of like in an excited way, but also sort of like it's going to be terrible. Like I'm going to get chopped up into 1,000 little pieces.
Is that kind of like waiting for the other shoe to drop?
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely what it is.
The desire for judgment, and a painful judgment.
And there doesn't seem to be anything I can do about it either. I can't even run away.
I heard you can't outrun the light. That's what I heard. Can't outrun the light.
Yeah. I get it. There's the confusion though, because it's like if the light's everywhere, then why does it seem like in the images I can't even run? I guess it wouldn't do anything anyway. Wherever you go, there you are.
These repeating patterns take many forms. Desires to be trapped, desires to be punished, desires to be powerless, all wrapped in the desire to experience repeating patterns of pain. So,
with a pretty little bow on top.
Did you see the description, Michael? Because it's actually pretty
did.
much.
I did see it.
Yeah,
I read
it
through
says,
it pretty thoroughly.
much like the play of consciousness in the dream of separation, he becomes complacent about the seeming impossibility of stopping the looping, believing he has, quote unquote, already tried everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, thus
Yeah.
he has a desired experience for the looping, quote unquote, dream, and making it seem impossible to, quote unquote, wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the perfect storm. I'm caught. I'm caught in my own little invention here, and I can't get out, and there's nothing I can do about it. And, oh well, I guess I have to stay.
You know, I can see that this is the same pattern year after year.
There's certain repeating patterns you see year after year.
Of feeling like there's no solution, and then lo and behold, out of nowhere pops something that wasn't there before, seemingly. Divine timing. The character, I'm hearing the character is addicted to that, like, the thrill of imagining that something bad's gonna happen. Oh, something bad's gonna happen. I gotta chatter my teeth and
I hear the desire that nothing I do matters. Nothing I do has any power, any effect whatsoever.
And that came out from the lead character in the movie for sure.
Nothing. And there's like this hopelessness that I love with that. Like, and then this, it's followed by this, I'm gonna beat you at your own game, like vengeance feeling. And it's sweet. It's yummy. It's heat.
it's like an adventure. It's like an adventurous movie or something. To the ego, maybe. Should we go back to the relishing of the original desire?
Yeah. Yes.
I hear
What was
like
the
a sense of safety and comfort.
what was the original desire?
The desire to experience repeating patterns of pain and suffering.
Well, it's already been my whole life, so nothing new there.
The thing is, what I'm hearing is, how much do I want to look and see? Because it's there if I want to look and see, and that's the only way out.
Is this not joining?
No, like looking at the individual patterns and seeing
Is
that they're
this
the
okay?
same.
Is this not looking?
Oh, but it is. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
I meant on an individual basis, the suffering and pain come from not wanting to see and look. I was just hearing that.
Mm.
The loop keeps repeating because we don't want to look at it. We want to avoid it.
And Elliot, I did hear you can look without looking. There's a that's what I heard.
Look without looking.
No, you can look without actually looking. You can say you're looking without actually looking.
Oh, right. That's why I said, is this not looking, to draw attention to anything that might be in the way? Yeah. It feels
And
like the relishing is easier to get in touch with now. What was that, Mary? Sorry.
well, that's okay. And it's like, I think I know what pain and suffering are, but but apparently I don't, because I get confused with pain and pleasure and happiness and upset.
Yeah, the desire for regret, upset. Is a relishing of the past in that way. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, the agony.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And how easy it is to become complacent. Oh, well, there's nothing I can do about this. Just the way it is.
We could
Hmm.
look and see, is there complacency in the light? Is that a thing?
Yeah, the relishing of that repeated pattern of thought of suffering.
Yeah, for me, it was the seeing a problem, hard charging to fix the problem, failing to fix the problem, choosing to live in the apathy of not fixing it, and then finding and then regaining that courage to try to fix it again, and then just failing again over and over, fail, 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 and then always regretting, like feeling like there's something more I could have done, that kind of pain, and the hamster wheel of the stories we tell ourselves. So that pain is it's pain on tap. It doesn't stop. There's infinite for you.
What was that last part?
So there's some infinite for you. Infinite pain.
Hmm.
That's just the relishing, sorry.
I think I'm so addicted to that looping pattern of pain that I don't even know it's pain. I'm just so used to it, I don't even know what it is.
I love the enslavement of it, like being the almost like not being able to function without it, like needing it. It drives me, it pulls at my groin even. It's a weird, lusty lollipop, it's just yummy, it just tastes good. Yeah, I don't know, it's just,
You love the pain and suffering. Is that what you're saying?
I guess, like, yeah. Yeah, I think we kind of glided over that. Let's admit to ourselves and everyone else that we want this. We want it. Like, I want this. I want to feel this over and over. I want repeating patterns of pain. I want the story.
Forever.
that energy
Forever.
which is so addictive. Whatever it is we want.
Even wanting, like even wanting to want can become an addiction.
I think it is an addiction that runs us and we just don't see it.
Yeah.
What do we get out of what do we Jesus? What do we get out of this entire pattern? What do we really get out of it? What do we think we get out of it?
Yeah. What do we think we get out of it is the question. Or it seems to be the question.
We get a sense of normalcy, like pain and suffering is normal.
I see a lot of artists do that. Like they don't know how to reconcile the differences. So they use art to try to integrate pain and suffering with the light, or even though it can't be done, it sort of takes place in art. And not just painting, but like music also. And movies. And movies for sure. Yeah.
But what do we get out of it?
I don't know. What do they get out of it? Are they able to find peace through doing that? Or is it not?
It's like the repetition is life.
Oh,
Feel alive through that repetition.
Yeah.
Through that pattern.
there it is, Renee. There it is. That's I feel like you hit a bullseye. That's the repetition. Like I get to do it over, and it's like I only had to pay for one ticket, and I get to ride this ride over and over and over, and nobody can make me get off.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
If you like being trapped in the same pattern.
Even if you rode like the most exciting roller coaster ever, you would get tired of it after a while.
That's what. Why do you think we incorporated death into the whole thing? So that we wouldn't remember. But even that's backfiring now. So.
Yeah, the fascination with death seemed to, for a time, keep the focus on the light at bay, but it seems to be waning.
What? I hear there's still more to be relished in this. Still a lot more to be relished.
I see it. It's like we can't possibly imagine that this sort of looking would bring anything practical.
Yeah, it's like Holy Spirit using that repetition to undo to undo it.
Yeah.
This focus, like to keep looking at that. To let it fully be seen. Rather than, because
I
the pattern repeats because it goes underground.
Well, it's like this food. It's like you eat it and it's satisfying for a while, but then later you're like, oh, I'm hungry again. And yeah, and so it's like that.
Speaking of the whole food analogy, we just had an image in my head of a kid had this giant bag of gummy bears, and he was told, and his mom said, take the whole bag of gummy bears to school with you, with the intention of sharing. And he took the bag and he ate the whole bag, and he did not enjoy a single gummy bear because he was sick the whole day. It's the same thing. We repeat that pattern over and over and over.
Right. Yeah, and what's the voice that he was listening to that told him to do that? It's definitely the ego.
But I think the analogy is that we love pain so much that we eat it until we get sick. We're sick to our stomachs, and then we ask Jesus to make it all better.
Right.
Are we willing, Jesus, are we willing to see this in a different light? No pun intended. I hear no. He's telling me I don't want to let this go.
I see the block here is related to survival of the body.
What was that first part, Elliot?
I said, I'm seeing, for me, this block here is related to survival of the body. Like, I think that in order to survive, I have to do this, this, and this. And now Jesus is saying, you need do nothing. And I'm like, fuck you. So it's some kind of almost like a volcano that's on the verge of erupting as a protest or a threat for the guidance of I need do nothing. Like, it's kind of like, I don't like that as an answer. Or the ego doesn't like that as an answer.
Feels like there's still some holding.
No,
For sure.
it's anger. Like I think we feel like our toys are being taken away. I feel holding. I don't want to give it up. It's mine. It's my linchpin. Like, if you take this away, I feel like you really are taking away my toys.
Right. It's the same feeling here. And it's interesting because here the anger isn't isn't a why, it's how. How do you expect me to function? Like, it's like that. Yeah.
Let's put this desire in the light. Let's put all of this in the light. Let's remember.
Mhm.
Okay, I admit it. I don't want to give it up. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care.
It's like that's what a pattern is attack. It's self-attack.
Oh, you saying the pattern itself is the
A
attack?
pattern is self-attack.
Yeah, I was reminded once again of my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. So my attack thoughts are not attacking something that's capable of being attacked.
Let's go back and look at the relishing again. The relishing of the thought pattern, the looping thought pattern that brings suffering and pain. Can we go deeper on that?
Yes.
I hear yes. Kind of like under the going below the defense, the defensiveness and the anger.
I'm actually, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just hearing now that it's a mistake. I was mistaken.
What do you mean?
Well, in the Course it talks about being mistaken. I thought that Jesus wanted to take something away.
Pain and suffering. He wants to take away our pain and our suffering.
Right, but those things aren't.
And we don't want him to.
Real. Those things aren't actually real. So I thought he wanted to
Yeah.
take something real away.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, it feels like if I want pain and suffering and he's going to take that away, then I don't want to give that up.
I feel like every time I really look at this desire, like I really start to look at it, the initial response is anger and attack. It's I'm being attacked. I don't want to look at this. And I'm angry because I'm looking at it. And then because I'm angry that I'm looking at it, I start fighting it. I start fighting the looking, or I start fighting the idea of this making me upset. And then I go beneath that. And there's just this little pearl of not wanting to remember something. And I don't know what that is because I don't want to remember it.
It's funny how that goes. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, and it feels like any kind of description that we put on that thing we don't want to remember, it like actually kind of like that like blocks it.
It just gets all confuddled. Jesus, can you take away the kerfuffle, please?
Kerfuffle, yeah. Yeah, is there a gentler way, Jesus, that we can come to see this?
Nope.
Other than looking?
No. I heard no right off the bat. I was like, nope. Nope.
Is that what you mean, Elliot, other than looking?
No, I'm not even, the looking is fine. I'm just saying gentler, 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 gentler.
Yeah, what I hear is just like staying with the desire. Staying with it. That's the most gentle.
Well, I just had that Beatles song come to mind. Relax your mind and float downstream. Turn off, relax your mind and float downstream. This is not dying.
Yeah, I can see a demand.
Mm.
A demand from God to play that record. Like, this is my favorite song.
Oh, demanding that God let us continue to play
This is
that
my
record.
jam. Pain and suffering is my jam. Don't don't take it.
Yeah, in fact, I could even feel it in thinking of those song lyrics. It's like the ego's like, no, we're not having fun here, we're looking. Okay, ego, let's not have fun. Let's do that.
That may be one of the like benefits to the pain and suffering, is that there's this confusion that it's fun.
Right. Yeah.
It's,
The idea of not knowing, I think, is what I'm addicted to. The idea of not knowing and wanting to know, the adventure of that, the idea of forgetting. Anyway, sorry, I'm that's neither here nor there. Sorry. It gives me a tummy ache, quite honestly, in the body. A desire to feel achy, like, oh, like this hurts. Jesus, you're hurting me. There's so much
do you
resistance.
ask Jesus if there's holding or releasing?
Oh, he said releasing, actually.
Yeah, it's like the more that we get honest with it, the more the releasing happens.
Doesn't feel like releasing. It feels pretty terrible. Oh,
It
well.
doesn't feel good. It's the nasty the nasty end of the stick.
Yeah, I heard, do not judge, beloved. Do not judge.
The thing I don't want to admit is that I relish these looping patterns of pain and suffering.
Yeah, I can feel my mind try to like run to an object or something like.
It's not mind wandering. It's mind scampering.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Did we look at what value we're getting out of this desire?
yeah, we attempted. Let's try again. But yeah, we did actually. I think we already, but we'll do it again. Jesus, what desire do we get out of? Or what do we get out of this desire? Time, infinite time. We just get time. Like so much time.
Maybe even forever time, because we're like, well, if I die, then I could just have another life and they can just keep doing this. That was actually in Palm Springs. I know you didn't see it, but that was in it.
Well, just as a little aside, I set the timer, but I set it for 6:40 instead of 7:40. So
Okay.
it should have gone off.
Are we so our time is up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, 2 more minutes. I mean,
Okay.
we're 2 minutes over.
Well,
Anyway. We have a little leeway here, but let's see where we're at. Jesus, where are we?
I'm hearing it's time to ask for a miracle and be willing to receive.
okay.
With the
Jesus.
little willingness that we have.
Jesus, are we willing to accept the miracle at this time?
I'm hearing a yes for no reason.
I hear you.
Yeah, I felt a big opening. Like, whoa.
Epic. I love that. I love that. Epic. Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
let's close with the light. That's all. Is that, let's join with the light and unless anybody, is anyone else hearing anything different? Renee, did you hear?
Oh, I just was, it's just like a little pattern. It's like a little, that's kind of just how I'm seeing it. Just this little,
Yeah. Spirits
little
remind.
tiny thing rather than this like, oh my gosh, it's, it's just like this little.
You know what? I saw like a little miniature Jack in the Box, like do 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 do, and then it pops out, and then you do it again. Do, 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 do.
Well, surprise. Yeah.
This wouldn't be possible without you mighties, and I thank you, beloveds.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you
so much.
Thanks, Michael.
All right. Yeah, I'll see you all next week. Hopefully.
Yep.
So,
right on.
Later.